You already know that feeling. That moment you check your bank account and your stomach just drops. You thought you had more. You swore you were being careful this time, but somehow, some way, the money just disappeared again. And the worst part? You can't even fully explain where it went. That is not a budgeting problem. That is a brain problem. And today I'm going to show you exactly why your brain is working against your wallet and the exact psychology-based strategy that changes everything. Let's start with the truth that most financial advice completely ignores. Willpower does not work. Telling yourself to spend less is like telling yourself not to think about something. The second you say it, your brain does the opposite. You walk into a store saying you'll only buy one thing, and somehow you leave with a cart full of stuff you did not plan on buying. That is not weakness. That is neuroscience. And once you understand what is actually happening inside your brain when you spend money, you will never look at your finances the same way again. Here is what nobody tells you. Your brain releases dopamine, which is the feel-good chemical, not when you actually buy something, but when you anticipate buying it. The moment you think about getting something new, your brain starts flooding with pleasure. The actual purchase, that dopamine drops almost immediately, which means you are always chasing a feeling that disappears the second you catch it. This is the loop. See something, feel excited, buy it, feel empty, see something else, repeat. And the stores, the apps, the websites, they have all been engineered specifically to exploit this loop. Every scroll, every notification, every limited time offer, every recommended product placed perfectly in your path. It is all designed by teams of psychologists and behavioral scientists whose entire job is to separate you from your money before your rational brain even has a chance to weigh in. You are not fighting a lack of discipline. You are fighting billion-dollar systems built to defeat you. So when you feel like a failure because you overspent again, I need you to hear this clearly. It is not your fault that you were never taught how this works. But now that you know, it becomes your responsibility to do something about it. Here is where it starts to shift. We have a program linked down below in the video description. It goes much deeper into everything we are covering today, and honestly, most people who watch this video will see it and think they will check it out later. Later usually means never. The ones who actually click it today are the ones who are genuinely ready to stop repeating the same cycle. If that is you, it is down there waiting. Now let's get into the actual strategy. It is called the friction method. And it is so simple yet so powerful that once you apply it, your spending will change almost automatically without needing willpower, without needing spreadsheets, and without needing to feel deprived. Here is the core idea. Your brain takes the path of least resistance, always. When something is easy to do, you do it more. When something requires effort, you do it less. Spending money is currently too easy. One tap, one click, saved card, autofill, instant checkout. The entire financial world has been optimized to make parting with your money as effortless as possible. So the strategy is this. You deliberately create friction between yourself and your spending. You make buying things harder, not impossible, just harder. Let me paint the picture so you really feel this. Imagine you are sitting on the couch at night. You are tired, maybe a little stressed. You pick up your phone and start scrolling. You see something. A jacket, a gadget, a deal that feels too good to pass up. Right now, with saved payment info and one-tap checkout, that purchase takes 11 seconds. 11 seconds between impulse and transaction. Before your rational brain even wakes up, the money is gone. Now imagine a different version of that moment. You see the item, you want it. But you have to get up and go find your card. You have to type in the numbers manually. You have added a step that requires a decision. In those extra 60 seconds, something incredible happens. The dopamine starts to fade. The rational part of your brain comes online. And 60% of the time, according to behavioral economics research, you will choose not to buy it. Not because you forced yourself, but simply because the moment passed. That 60-second pause is worth thousands of dollars a year. Literally. If you spend even $300 a month on impulse purchases, which is a conservative number for most people, that is $3,600 a year walking out of your life. Over 5 years, that is $18,000. Over 10 years, that is $36,000. Money that could have been a vacation, a down payment, financial breathing room, freedom. Not because you suffered and deprived yourself, but because you installed a tiny pause between impulse and action. This is where the psychology gets even more fascinating. There is a cognitive phenomenon called hyperbolic discounting. It means your brain dramatically overvalues things that are available right now compared to things available in the future. Your brain is literally wired to prefer $100 today over $200 next month. This is why sales feel so urgent. This is why you justify purchases you know you should not make. This is why future you always seems to have more money, more discipline, more time. And present you is always dealing with the mess that past you created. Understanding this rewires how you see every spending decision. When you feel that urgent pull to buy something immediately, That is hyperbolic discounting in action. Your brain is lying to you. It is telling you this matters more right now than your future security, your future comfort, your future self, who is going to open that bank account and feel that stomach drop all over again. So the friction method is not just about removing saved cards, it is a complete shift in how you relate to time and money. Here is a deeper layer of the strategy. Create a purchase waiting period. Anything over $50, you wait 48 hours before buying. Anything over $200, you wait 1 week. Write it down, put it on a list, let it sit. What you will discover is that most of those things lose their urgency completely within 24 hours. The item that felt absolutely essential at 10 at night looks completely different in the morning. And the things that still genuinely matter after the waiting period, those are worth buying. Those are aligned purchases, not impulse ones. People who apply this single practice report cutting their discretionary spending by 30 to 40% within the first month. Not because they suffered, not because they deprived themselves of everything they love, but because they gave their brain time to catch up to their values. Now let's go deeper, because the friction method alone will not hold if your environment is still working against you. Here's what the research calls choice architecture. It means the way choices are presented to you shapes what you choose, often without you realizing it. Your spending environment has been architected against you by design, but you can redesign it yourself. Delete the shopping apps that you open out of habit, unsubscribe from every marketing email, remove your saved payment information from every website, unfollow accounts that constantly show you things to buy. Every single one of these is a small act of architecture. You are redesigning your environment so that the path of least resistance leads toward keeping your money instead of spending it. This is where people start feeling it emotionally. Because when you make these changes, something unexpected happens. The constant low-level stress starts to lift. That background anxiety you have been carrying, that vague sense of financial dread, that quiet shame every time someone asks how things are going financially, it starts to ease. Because you are no longer waking up wondering where your money went. You are watching it stay. And the ripple effects go way beyond money. Your relationships improve because financial stress is one of the top reasons people fight with the people they love. Your sleep improves because you are not lying awake running numbers that do not add up. Your confidence improves because you start actually trusting yourself again. You stop dreading Mondays because you are no longer working just to watch money slip through your fingers with nothing to show for it. You start feeling like someone who is in control of their own life. That shift, from feeling constantly behind to feeling genuinely on top of things, that is not just a financial transformation. That is an identity transformation. And it starts with something as simple as adding friction, as simple as waiting 48 hours, as simple as redesigning your environment to work for you instead of against you. I want to be honest with you about something. Most people who watch this video today will feel inspired in the moment and do nothing different by tomorrow. The information will feel valuable while you are watching it. And then life will happen, and the same patterns will continue. That is the pattern. And I am not saying that to make you feel bad. I am saying it because I genuinely want this to be different for you. The people who see real lasting change are the ones who go beyond the information and actually implement a structured approach. If you are serious about this, if you are tired of feeling this way, if you are ready for things to actually be different, the program linked in the description below is specifically built for exactly where you are right now. Not for someone with perfect financial habits, not for someone who already has it figured out. For someone like you right now who is done running in the same exhausting circle. Every single day you wait is another day of the same cycle, another impulsive purchase, another stomach drop, another month that ends with less than it started. The version of you that finally feels financially free is one decision away. Not a perfect decision, just a real one. That link is there. What you do with it is entirely up to you. But if something inside you is saying this time needs to be different, trust that